It's the world's most well-known secret society.
Freemasonry is a secret political society whose goal is to put an end to all religions and good morals, and to replace them with man-made laws and non-religious systems. It strives to provoke ongoing revolutions and to replace one regime with another, on the basis of its call for freedom of thought and freedom of belief. This is what they have stated clearly.
Parodies?
Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? We do. We do.
This is what was announced by one of them in the Students' Conference held in 1865 in the city of Leech, which is considered to be one of the centers of Freemasonry. He said, "Man must prevail over God, and declare war on him. He should demolish the heavens and tear them like paper." It says in the Masonic Grand Lodge, 1922, p. 98, "We will strengthen the freedom of individual thought with all the powers at our disposal, and we will declare war against the real enemy of man, which is religion." Before we start, you have to subscribe, to know more about the truth of the world. The Masons say that Masonry takes the human soul as its object of worship. They say, "It is not enough for us to prevail over the religious people and their places of worship, rather our basic goal is to wipe them out of existence." Minutes of the World Masonic Conference, 1903 p. 102. They say, "Freemasonry will take the place of religion and its lodges will take the place of places of worship." And there are many other statements which clearly point to the intensity of their enmity towards religion and their uncompromising war on religion.
And they formed a new brotherhood called the Freemasons, in honor of the builders of the Great Temple.
The Freemasons are one of the most ancient secret societies which still exist, and its origins are still unknown to many people and are still unknown to many of their members, because the plots of their leaders are very secret and hidden, and they are so keen to conceal their plots and aims. Therefore most of their affairs are conducted verbally, with no written record. When they want to write an idea or announce it to the public, it is first subjected to the scrutiny of Masonic censors who decide whether it may be released or not. The foundations of Freemasonry were based on theories taken from several sources, mostly from Jewish traditions.
Its membership a who's who of world history. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Winston Churchill, Mozart, Davy Crockett, Franklin Roosevelt, Harry Houdini, Gerald Ford, Henry Ford, John Wayne, even Colonel Sanders.
This is supported by the fact that Jewish ideas and teachings were taken as the basis for the founding of the Grand Lodge in 1717 with its principles and symbols. The Masons still venerate the Jew Hiram and the temple that he built, from which they take the design of the Masonic lodges in the world. The greatest Masonic leaders are Jews and form the backbone of the Masonic movement, and they are the ones who represent Jewish organizations in Masonic lodges. It is to them that the spread of Masonry and global cooperation between Freemasons is to be attributed. They are the driving force behind Freemasonry, and this Jewish elite are leading different secret cells, running their affairs and directing them secretly as they wish. This is supported by a report in the Masonic Acacia magazine, 1908, issue number 66, which says that there is no Masonic lodge that is free of Jews, and that all the Jews do not follow one way or another exclusively, rather there are only principles for them to follow. And this is also the case with the Masons. Hence the Jewish synagogues are our, Masons, support, and we find many Jews among the Freemasons. This is also supported by what it says in the Masonic publications, that the Jews are certain that the best means of destroying religion is Freemasonry. The history of the Masons is similar to the history of the Jews in belief. Their symbol is the six-pointed Star of David. The Jews and the Freemasons both consider themselves to be the spiritual sons of the builders of the Temple of Solomon. The Freemasonry, which distorts other religions, lends full support to Judaism and its followers. The Jews took advantage of people's simple-mindedness and good intentions, and infiltrated Freemasonry and reached high positions within it. Thus they breathed a Jewish spirit into the Masonic lodges and subjugated them to their own aims. One of the clearest indications of their intense desire to conceal their plans to destroy religions and provoke political revolutions is what it says in the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, where it says,
"We will concentrate these cells under a single leadership that is known to us alone. This leadership will be composed of our scholars, and these cells will have special representatives, so that the true location of our leadership will be concealed. This leadership alone will have the right to decide who will speak, and to draw up the plans of the day. In these cells we will plan to lay traps for all the socialists and classes of revolutionary society. Most of the secret political plans are known to us, and we will decide when to implement them. But the agents of the International Secret Police will be members of these cells. When the conspiracies start throughout the world, that will mean that one of our most dedicated agents will be at the head of these conspiracies, and of course we will be the only people to direct the Masonic plans. We are the only people who know how to direct them, and we know the ultimate goal of each action, whilst the illiterates, meaning non-Jews, are ignorant of most of these things, especially Masonry, and they can only see the immediate results of what they are doing.
And there's other evidence which points to the strong connection between the Jews and the Masons, and the cooperation between the two parties in revolutionary conspiracies and stirring up destructive movements. Even though Freemasonry outwardly appears to be a call to freedom of belief, tolerance and social reform in general, in fact it is really a call for permissiveness and destructive factors which cause social disintegration and the loosening of bonds between nations and destruction of religion and morals and the spread of mischief.